What's going on, guys? Belair here. How's it going? It's sunny outside. The weather's a little cold. It's Florida cold, but we're having a good day. Today, I wanted to watch a little bit of Shift. Spent last season, his inaugural season, rookie season, playing as a part of Ninjas in Pyjamas, and they had great performances, but Sam is stacked, meaning a lot of people, myself included, didn't catch a lot of what swiftt had to offer. So I would like to change that a little bit today and watch a couple of games from Ninjas in Pyjamas last season from swiftt's perspective. So without further ado, let's head on to the pitch. Welcome onto the pitch. Open Qualifier 6 against Gamer Legion. On the other side of the pitch here, we see Unbroken, who's going to be playing in the upcoming FIFA E tournament alongside AJG and Misery from True Neutral for Argentina. So hey, nice little opportunity to double dip here. Current series score 2-1. swiftt and his teammates looking to close out here and make it into the playoffs. Played last season with Ninjas in Pyjamas. That is Knight, who you probably know previously, at least I do, from his time playing with SAD and KV1. That was a really heads-up play there by swiftt to try and make a little bit of a play there on the defensive end, trying to pick up the pace here and see if they can break out of this stranglehold Gamer Legion have him in, and AztromicK is going to be quick to it, the veteran, to get him out. Knight with a little bit of a fake, but not enough speed from distance to be too much for Unbroken to handle. Like I said in the intro, Sam was really tight last season. A lot of good teams, but only a couple of spots. So we were unable to see Ninjas in Pyjamas perform at the international stage, but that doesn't mean that they weren't impressive. I'll put a graphic up on the screen here beside me to kind of show their finishes, and yes, there is a win in there. They were able to scrape one out past, Furia and Complexity and Team Secret, which is really impressive. As how is this one able to leak in here? Let's look back at this. Alp is just gonna have a little bit of a turnover touch. Unbroken stretches there, but just right into the hands of Knight. Probably a little bit of a panic push out there to open up the scoring. Did some 10-minute stats before watching these games. Not in the top 10 or the bottom 10 for that matter in any metric from the RLCS last season. We are, of course, filtering by a minimum of 50 games. If you want to see my RLCS stats, they'll be linked in the description below. The only thing that we were middle 10 on was goal participation. And we'll go through the stats and trickle in some players as we go here. But this one is kind of falling apart as Ninjas have had some pretty strong offense here. They've kind of kept them locked. That was an accidental demo. We'll take it here from swiftt, who is living up to his name. Seems like he likes to push the pace quite a bit here. Is going to rotate back pretty aggressively, and look at him just keeping momentum here the whole time. Getting in here is going to take a strong drive challenge against Alpe there. Look at that. Oh, got a little bit thrown off of his skis. What's he going to do with this ball? Not a ton of boost to his name, so he's going to try and punt it. Some excellent chain dashes there. He's playing like the young player that he is. They all have, full mechanics and can hit all the fancy little stuff here. Finds himself a space. I like to see that he kind of checked there. Not a lot of boost. Tried to see if he could go forward with a demo. He's going to catch this one. What's he going to do with it? He's just going to back off. I think that was smart. Don't want to put yourself into a challenge that could actually pick up momentum in a 50 for the team in the other direction. It's going to beat 2 here defensively. It's going to glue to the ball and is just looking for that 50. 0.7 goals per game. That's putting him above average internationally. Same as players like Nas, Monkey Moon, and Jorius. Pretty good company for himself. Pretty rough 50 there. Almost put him into a bit of a tough spot. Is going to crank that one out, though. Really liking what I'm seeing from him. Seems pretty content, pretty solid on the defensive end. He's going to try and get up early for this one and Davasana. Oh my goodness. Almost was able to rip that one over to a teammate on that 50. How about that challenger from swiftt? And then tries to get the beat on 2. 0.55 assists per game. We're looking at players like Joyo, Andy. Excuse me. Joyo, Andy, and CRR. 1.94 saves. Oh, look at this. I didn't know if I'm assuming he thought that he was going to get challenged a little bit earlier here. Let's see. Turnover here. Davasano accidentally pops this the other direction. And just a perfect 50 by Knight. Why did he go so slow on this? I guess he thought Alpha might challenge, but doesn't miss the open netter there. And this one looks like it's probably wraps. Above average in assists. I don't know if I said that. Above average in saves as well. 1.94. Parth, Panda, Frosty. A lot of North American names there. We'll save the other ones for game 2 here, as wasn't quite able to put that one on target. Kind of a pointless turnover there, but I get what he was going for. I see the vision. As we get to 20 seconds here, initial thoughts. Really seemed like this Gamer Legion team struggled on the offensive end. swiftt is just locking it down defensively, and I really like how he tries to get aggressive on the defensive end. Once he gets a clear, if he gets a clear, he gets out to it nice and quick. And once he makes that initial challenge, he's looking to stay aggressive and kind of push to not get whoever is about to possess the ball from the other team a lot of time or space. Tries to get out, get physical with demos and things like that. And then in the offensive end, right place, right time. Seems like Gamer Legion were kind of struggling to keep strong possession, but taking advantage of the opportunities that were given to him. swiftt was right there, goes top left corner on that slot for the second goal of the game, and then was able to assist on one as well. But a pretty good start there for swiftt, who, if I had to boil it down to one word, fast. swiftt, if you will. Missed opportunity. Decal rating, boring out of 10. Let's move on to the next game. All right. Open Qualifier 5 Grand Finals against Team Furia. Really would not have expected that they would be winning a Grand Finals in the fashion that they did. Of course, I remember that this occurred, but just looking back, pretty impressive as they're going to open up the scoring right away here. They go 3-0 in Swiss. They beat Furia. They beat Hero Base. Now in the playoffs, in the quarterfinals, they beat Complexity in 7, which is a big victory. They beat Team Secret, who is a LAN team in this major, in 5 in the semis. And now here we see them in the grand finals against Furia, who they're going to beat in 5 games as well. This is game 3. They're currently up 2-0 in the series. They put 6 on Furia in game 1, which is just crazy. You don't see a lot of teams doing that. swiftt here is not deterred, is going to get the flick past 1. And Ninja's trying to not succumbing to the Furia pressure. They're trying to get out here and push the pace. It seems like swiftt is excellent out of these defensive corners. So he's going to beat 2 there. We saw it all over that Gamer Legion series where he's just killing people, breaking out of those corners, tries to go forward to get the bump on Yan, and they're just going to get a second here. They are totally outpacing Furia, which seems like a pretty rare occurrence. Solid 50 there is going to give possession to Knight to start things off. Knight was always one of those players who I liked more on the offensive end than I did defensively. He was kind of like a B-list version of like what Mark by 8 was back in like the Super BDS days. And AztromicK, consummate pro, really fun watch. He's been at some LANs as well. We're going to have a couple more goals that are going to come here. And so while we have a little bit of downtime, let's try and get through the rest of these stats if we can, as going to take a beat there defensively and try and pop this one out. Looks like they're getting stretched out a little bit here by Furia, but those big flicks to get past challenges in the midfield are really keeping them alive. And it doesn't really look like they're panicking too much on defense here either as they break out yet again. Shots per game, Below average, 2.47. It's putting him next to players like Hoxer, Astral, Relating Wave. Shooting percentage is above average, 28.5. Thinking out loud here, this might be a better like graphic that I can put up on videos moving forward, but hey, that's a problem for future Belleair. Shooting percentage, like I said, 28.5 above average. Kalir, Slam Blaze, his teammate AztromicK. Hey, that's what we like to see. Some solid shooting from the boys on the squad. As Furia trying to get some bumps upfield here, and AztromicK just says, or excuse me, swiftt just says absolutely not. Is going to get the save on the goal line, and then is going to just delete an opportunity for Furia trying to play the corners. Is going to cut that one out as well. swiftt is just not having it. Goes for the fake there. Could have been a setup if it wasn't for the demo. And is going to get dusted there defensively, but AztromicK on the respawn is going to get the save. swiftt is really great defensively here. Really, really like what I'm seeing from him. Goal participation. The only thing in which he is middle 10% on core stats across the RLCS. We'll call it 59%. Acronic, Raziers, Stizzy are some of his colleagues. And then he's going to get a squishy save here and then try and push it out against Drafinio. Rating, above average, 1.06, excuse me, with some players that you might have heard of before, like Daniel, Radosin, and CRR. We got a minute and change, and we got the lead here against Furia. swiftt is going to get up nice and early, going to knock Drafinio off the ball there, and look at him. Even when every opportunity is an opportunity to get aggressive here for swiftt, whether it's a strong challenge and then moving past the play to try and keep some momentum and get a demo or a bump. He's just a chaotic player to play against. Cannot be fun on the other end here. Doesn't want to get a demo on Drafinio there, wants to kind of stay in the play, hooks that one over Lost, and Ninjas are just... I'm very surprised by what I'm seeing. You typically don't see a lot of teams do this to Furia unless you're at the international stage. He's going to go for the shot of the pass, tries to slot that one. Furia are just falling apart defensively here. Let's get on to Drafinio POV here. Gets the pop, not a great pop, loses possession. Needs to get off the backboard here. And I mean, that's just some pretty ugly defending. To be honest. Let's look at that one more time. That one totally gets away from Drafinio. I would get down to the ground right now. Lets this one get over top of him, and I don't really know what we're doing. This is not the best look here for the Brazilian team who will be representing FIFA E. Another one rolling in here. swiftt is up fast to that one. Puts it on target. Forces Drafinio to make another diving save. Just wasting time here. You already have the lead. And Drafinio, another poor play on his own backboard, is going to make this one out of reach as Ninjas and Pyjamas are going to go up 3-0 here. Tough to come back from that one. Like I said, they ended up beating Furia in 5 here. Let's get up the scoreboard. swiftt leading the charge, just stuffing the stat sheet here. Goal, 2 assists, a save on 1 shot. Yeah. Takeaways, really fast, really aggressive. I would give watchability rating 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. He's not doing a lot of really crazy stuff on the ball offensively, although in these 2 games we really didn't need him to. Decal rating in this one, another boring out of 10. But we'll give him a point for the Cristianos. You like to see the classics. And the pink standard is nice too, but you know, this, you guys know how I feel about this preset on the Fennec. Really fun watch. Like what we saw. I think the next thing here for swiftt is going to be, what's the team, right? We know that Ninjas and Pyjamas are probably going to be signing with, if anyone, a European team. They've kind of been circling around that. Maybe Itachi, I think, is rumored on that one as well. So what is Swift going to get for an organization if he gets one? And also, what are the teammates going to be? Sam is going to get a little less competitive. Complexity is moving over to North America, which could open up a slot. And honestly, I think this team, just from what we've seen, I would like to see him at Atlanta. I think they'll probably be more competitive than Team Secret, even though I really love that Team Secret squad. I like all of their players, but we didn't really see them. It seemed like they kind of got big brothered and kind of got into their own heads, but I wouldn't expect the same from AztromicK and also swiftt. I mean, he looks like he is ready for prime time. So excellent on the defensive end. I think that he could do a little bit more offensively, but again, with these little snippets, we're not really getting too much. So that is it today for swiftt. Really fun play. I might be watching some more of him in my off time. But guys, what do you think about swiftt? What are your initial opinions on him? What are you anticipating from him moving forward into next season? As always, I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening ahead of you. And thanks for taking time out of your day to hang out with me. Until next time, guys, take it easy.